I'm shabby. It's a Saturday. We got an unmade bed. We got crazy hair. At least I touched it up. I redid it. So my brown is actually dark brown and my blonde is actually in, but this is my, and we've got coffee. Don't pay attention to that. We got coffee. And this is probably like the 4th cup today, but we're going. We're moving and grooving. A video featuring my November glam bag. And yes, it is like 10 days into December. Who cares? We're gonna do it. So I've already kind of tested a few things out. This is the 2nd time filming this video because we got this. It's not, okay. It's the Pure 4-in-1 Sculpting Concealer. They sent me the color LN6. That's what I got. And it is way too dark. Way too dark, way too yellow. It doesn't look too bad here, but this is not concealer for me. Okay, it's not. I doubt I'm going to be able to use this as foundation. It is that yellow. But we're going to try with everything else. Okay, I did use this. It's Ouai, I think. Detoxifying Shampoo. This says it has apple cider vinegar in it to deeply cleanse away dirt, oil, and impurities. This does not smell like apple cider vinegar at all. It smells like apples, but like really fresh. My 11-year-old has super greasy hair and it is like used down to here because of her. I used it on my hair. I used it before I colored it. Do not use detoxifying shampoo after you freshly colored your hair because it's cleaning out all the impurities. And it's gonna open your cuticle and it's gonna clean out all your hair color. Before I colored my hair, and let me tell you, it's a good one. It's a good one. I like it. In this video, we're going to use this Colourpop palette. I got this probably last year. It's the BYOB, Build Your Own Palette. BYOP, Build Your Own Palette. And I haven't used it. So I don't know. I thought we'd play around with this. I did some playing around with it last time, and these colors are really nice. But the problem that I had was I forgot one of the skincares that I got for my Ipsy. And then I used the 4-in-1 concealer, and that just kind of shot the whole thing because it was way too dark. We're going to try and use this Lancome. I was supposed to do a review video on this. I just kind of decided I'd throw it in here. There's not a whole lot in here. Okay, I used a little on my face the last time, and I think we might be scraping the inside. I might have to cut it open to use it for this one. It's not like the Good Apple. The Good Apple foundation samples that I got, those were amazing. Let me tell you, those were a lot. Okay, this one, not so much. The expensive ones, which, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really see a huge difference. There's probably a $15 difference, maybe 20 bucks. I should probably look that up first before I start talking. Because I didn't look up the price. 38 and this is 47. So $9. $9 difference. And they're jipping you on the samples. You need more than one wear. I'm sorry. I don't care what a makeup company says. You need more than one wear out of a foundation. Or else you don't know what it is. What it's going to do. Okay. My lips are chapping. So very first thing I'm going to do is use the e.l.f. brown sugar. I love this. It goes on so easy. Most of my lip scrubs have been in like little putties. And then I just saw this when I was doing a big like a big elf buy, and I love it. It keeps everything so clean. And then basically I just rub it around. Oh, gross. I just eat it. And then I got a lip mask that has this, it's called the lip plumper, but this is amazing. Amazing lip oil. And they always give you way more lip oil than they do anything else. So that's my lip routine. Along with the coffee. Okay, so I've already cleansed. I used the Glam Glow, one of my favorite cleansers. And then this is also a cleanser, but it's a pretty good exfoliant. And I've used the Poopy Dupes out of this, but it's Tropical Cleanse Daily Exfoliating Cleanser. I just use both of them. And so it leaves my skin nice and soft. Don't look at the age spot. Leaves it nice and soft. So from there, we're gonna go in. I had the rose oil one that I used before, but of course that's gone. So we're gonna use this today. This is the B12 Complex Infused Essence Mask. It's got a little nanner and milk. I don't know why. Okay, it says it's going, B12 is an essential vitamin known to help reduce inflammation and dryness. That I could use. I'm getting really dry right around here. And while restoring a moisturized, healthy glow. Use frequently to promote radiant skin and improve overall tone. All right, I love this brand too. You just squeeze it. Squeeze it. You never know how they're storing it. If they're storing it sitting up, everything pools to the bottom. Sometimes in transit it sits for a while, so I just kind of rub it around, make sure everything is on the mask. And then you find the little tabby tabs. And you just open her up. Oh, this is the one I used before. I loved it. It was nice. I hope this one is just as good. Here comes the mask. I love how they fold these. You can actually see the lips right there. So it just literally unfolds so easy to fit on the face. My mom hates these. I put these on and walk around the house. She can't look at me without dying of laughter. Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's cold. And then normally what I do is I just place this bad boy on very loosely. And then I get my Jade Roller. I like this way because then I don't get it all over my fingers. Yeah, I can keep my fingers nice and clean, and it just feels good. I don't know what this Jade Roller is supposed to do. It's supposed to help with, like, I don't know, things, wrinkles, get wrinkles out of there. Oh. And then with whatever's left over on the Jade Roller, I just take it down, up. I don't know. I haven't researched this enough if you can't tell. I know a lot of people do this. Oh, that feels nice. Okay, and then before I get too into it, this says to set it for 10 to 15 minutes, so that's what we're going to do. And we're also going to take the leftover, and you use this for whatever. On your hands, your elbows, because there's a lot. And then I just do all over my neck and all over. Oh, make sure you're wearing an old t-shirt. All right, I'll be back in 15 minutes. And we're back. Oh, now my hair's all crazy. Crazier than it was. All right, once that's all done, I like to rub it in. And the serum dries a little faster that way. And then, un momento. Okay. And then once that's all rubbed in, I believe that I started with foundation with it, or not foundation. I believe I started with eyeshadow. So the next thing that we're going to use is this Anastasia Eye Primer. They are really, really skimpy on this one, let me tell you. And I had seen it used before, and it is a lot more watery than I thought, like a lot more. So I'm going to take this little kabuki brush from La Rousse, I think. Don't hold me to these names, because I'm telling you, I butcher them all the time. So I'm going to use just a little dot on there and just kind of use that as my eye primer. A little goes a whole long way. So I could have probably used a way smaller dot than that. But because I have such red eyelids, I like to go in the corner and just basically cover the whole thing. So maybe that wasn't too much. Yeah, I don't think that was. I think that was a pretty good amount. So I watched other people use this and they just dotted it on their finger. But I feel like it's a little watery. And there is not anything in here. I have only used this maybe 3 times. And I think this is the 3rd time that I'm using it. And there's like literally nothing left in there. I know it's a sample, but come on, guys. If you're gonna give us a sample of a product, it needs to be like at least 5 times using it, if not a few more, just so you know you like it. Especially for something like that. Like, that's pretty pricey. I want to know that I like it before I buy it. My eyebrow section. What am I going to use today? Okay. I'm going to go with the Duo. Tried and true. I'm going to use the Wonder Beauty Frame Your Face Precise Brow Gel. This is really the only brow gel that I use before anything, because it dries down pretty good. Everything else stays liquidy, and then when I try and put my brow pen on or my brow pencil, it just doesn't look very good. Because I have some pretty wild brow hairs, I go in a couple of times. And then this is same Frame Your Face micro brow pencil in taupe, but we're just gonna make it work today because I love this brow pencil. I have to use another palette because they did not put a mirror in there. That is the only complaint I have about the Build Your Own palettes, is I really, really want them to put a mirror in there. And then NYX, this is Everything Lip Oil. This is the purple one. I love this one. I love the pink one too. Their lip oil is pretty nice. And for me in the winter, lip oil is better than balm. Kind of stays on a little bit longer. All right, now what do we do? What do we do? I kind of went a little ham with this. There's not really a whole lot going on in there. I think we're gonna start with this shade first though. All my brushes are dirty. They're all dirty. Okay. Let's hope I don't drop anything. That was nice. Oh, that was very nice. My little vacuum cleaner. It's a gift from my grandma. Okay, we are gonna go with the Moda Pro BMX 430 crease brush. Didn't fluff out after I cleaned it. It's the only reason I'm doing this. Fluffing it. All right. So what color is this? This is Say I Do. And I'm just gonna kind of go all over with that. Switch to the mirror. Dirty, dirty mirror. Kind of just pack that on there. Sweep it around, sort of set it. I do like this primer, but it creases a bit if you don't set it right away. And I don't know, my eyelids are kind of wrinkly anyway. Like, they crease pretty hard on their own, so I don't know if I want a primer that's gonna crease like that, but you know, I'm giving it a little bit more time. Now what do I do next? Do I go with purple or do I go with pink? I don't know, I went with pink last time and I was a little underwhelmed. The pink's called Flower Boy. And I think, I mean, I really do like the color, but I think I want to go do something a little bit different. I'm going to go with this purpley color. It's called Friendly. Yeah, Friendly. So we're going to go with that. And then I'm just going to take this tapered contour crease brush. It's got a little bit of green left on there, but I cleaned it, so. Don't do that, ever. But I'm doing it because this is my personal palette. This isn't anything I use on clients, so I can do that. But generally, you don't want to do that. Ooh. I like that. It does work better too when the palette's laying flat. And then I'm just going to take that brush I used with the kind of lilac-y purple and just kind of go over it again. Make sure the edges are blended. I really like that. Okay, now I think, I don't know. I used this brown last time, and although that's really pretty, I kind of want to use this. Oh, man. Coffee gave me hiccups. I kind of want to use this turquoisey color formation. I say let's do that on the outer V of our eyes. And so then we're going to do the Farrah 3 mini tapering brush for that. Again, don't do that. Don't do it. I don't get it with all Colourpops, but Colourpop eyeshadows. But some of them have kickback. That's kind of cute. It's a little bit on the cute side. Okay, stop doing that. I'm gonna pack it a little bit. Pack it. And I like these little mini tapering brushes because you can pack and blend at the same time. I'm doing a little too much blending, but look at that. That just blends so pretty. I like how it's mixing with the purple. That's cute. Okay, that's cute. Bring it in just a little bit more. I like it. Okay, now I'm going to take my own advice on this side. I'm going to pack it a little bit. Keeps the color nice and deep when you pack it. And then just kind of blend it in the edges a little bit there. I like that. Again, coming back with this little itchy. Coming back with this little brush with the purpley color on it. What was that? Say I Do. That one that we just kind of set it with. Did I put my fingernail in my... No, okay, I didn't. Whew. Now what do I want to do? I don't know. I want to do one of my chrome ones on my lid. That one's nice. Look at the shift in that. Ooh, and then we've got this golder one. That one's pretty too. Ooh, cat hair all over the place. And this purple, that was what I was thinking. I don't know, I really like that one. It's gonna make it really dark and smoky though. Let's try it. We're just gonna try it. So for that, I'm gonna take this short shading brush. This is also a Farrah, number 6. And, ooh, hold on. That one was a little stiff. Okay, this could be a mistake. This could be good. We won't know until we apply it. That was kind of a mistake. Okay, I'm immediately regretting. Immediately regretting. What do we do with that? We do this. Okay, we're going to take a Q-tip and some makeup remover. I'm just gonna dab on that a little bit, just dabby dab. Dabby dab. And then we go back with the kabuki that we put our stuff on. Yeah, and we're just gonna dab some what's left over. You don't need to add any more, but that's just what was on there. Okay, we made a mistakey. Okay, that is a no. That's gonna be for, let's go with this one. Let's go with that one. We're gonna try it. We're not gonna use that brush, okay, because that's where our life choices went awry. We're going to use this Luxe Large Shader. We're gonna dip into this one. Okay, that one is, yeah, that's the first one. Kind of pinky. Nice little, a lot of fallout. That one is called, oh, I'm flipping everything. Flipping it all. Flipping it all. That one is called Painted Lady. We like the Painted Lady. The other one was, I've got my nails all in this. Wishful Winking. I was wishful. Look at that. I got my nail all in that pressed glitter. All in it. Look at that. That's Painted Lady's a little, oh, that's better. Keeps it light. Yeah, that's much better. Keeps it light, keeps it pretty. The other one was too dark. That's like for a smoky eye moment. You don't really want your lid to overshadow what you did on your inner corner. That was definitely overshadowing. And I like how Painted Lady is kind of looking over that teal. So I'm gonna take some of this and just kind of pat it over it, because that's gonna blend it really, that blends it nicely. Look at that. That's beautiful. Love that choice for me. Love that. Oh, it's gotten all over my other. Never do that. Okay, and I'm really, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling these pressed glitters. I'm feeling it. Like this one right here. Look at that. Flutter Glitters. Is this another mistake? Am I gonna regret this life choice again? Am I gonna regret it? I don't know. YOLO. Ooh. I don't regret. I don't. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. So what I'm gonna do with that is take this large shader that I used, and just dab that in again. Oh, why did it take me a year to dip into this palette? Because I have too much makeup, that's why. I have too much. What do you do with makeup that you don't use anymore? I've given a lot away. I like it. I like it. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna set that aside for a moment. All right, now what I'm gonna do, get into my large laundry bag here, because I haven't put a darn thing away. I'm gonna take one of my little reusable cotton rounds here, and I'm going to do my reusable cotton round with some micellar water, and I'm just gonna clean out all the glitter underneath my eyes and kind of cut cut it right there. It looks nice. It does. That'll look nice. And then, I swear, the people I live with are so loud. I need a little bit more micellar water because I got interrupted. And it'll kind of dry it off much better. Next step, I'm going to use this Bobbi Brown makeup base. Still kind of testing. They gave me a decent size though. I like this. We're going to be testing this out, continuing to use it. And I take a pretty decent amount. I'm not sure if you're supposed to use this much, but I like to. Kind of rub it up in my hands a little bit and put it on. I was a little worried about this because I tend to have oily skin, but the amazing part that I didn't realize until I started getting into skincare and doing my research is that sometimes you have oily skin because you have either skin that is not hydrated in the right way, or you haven't been exfoliating enough. And so for me, combining exfoliation and proper hydration, I actually, like I'm finding, oh, I got a lot of base in my hair. I'm finding that I actually do have dry skin more around the edges of my skin. So my T-zone is trying to make oil to like compensate that, but it's not spreading out. It's staying in its spot because I have layers of dead skin on there. So exfoliation and hydration, it really helps it. Now we're gonna try and get as much of this out as we can. I have got a sample in the color 220 Buff. It's got more of a cool undertone, which I tend to like with my skin. Cools or neutrals, depending on. Okay, so then I'm gonna put a little bit on and just, I actually really like this color match. I definitely learned early on to match to my neck, not to my face. Before I started shopping at Sephora, which is really where my makeup journey started, I used to just go to the drugstore because that was the easiest place to find makeup. When I was a teenager, my mom used to shop at Lancome and makeup counters, and the ladies there always made me feel really uncomfortable, and I never really got the right kind of like makeup look that I wanted. It was always cakey and overdone, and they were trying to sell me a whole bunch of stuff. So through my teens and early 20s, it was really just the drugstore, because then I could shop comfortably. And then when I was working at a salon in a department store, which will remain nameless, a Sephora opened up, and oh my God, did I love it. Sorry, it's a hair. I really love Sephora. It was like a mixture of the makeup counter and the drugstore. I knew most of the girls that were working in there, and so I could just kind of shop. They weren't trying to sell me anything. They knew I worked in the department store, and I was going to get a discount that was pretty close to what theirs was. So I just had fun with it. I just went in there and did my shopping. I loved that I could try something, and if I didn't like it, that I could return it. And so that was really where the whole thing started for me. That actually looks really nice. And sadly, there is not a whole lot in here. I might have maybe one more application, and then I'm going to be done. And since this concealer is way too dark and yellow, what color did they send me? LN6. It's way too dark. I am going to be using my Dose of Color in 08 Light. And this is basically just a little right here and then a little right there, kind of lifting it up. My sister's gonna be really loud. If I edit and I hear that, I'm gonna be upset. So I had got this Farrah brush in one of my Ipsy bags. I really like this. This is the Contour and Blend, but this brush right here is really nice when it comes to concealer. It blends things out super well. And to get the most coverage out of my concealer, under my eyes is the first that I put down, but it's the last that gets blended out. If you kind of let it sit down and dry a little bit, it really gives a lot more coverage. And then I kind of bring some of that down the sides of my nose right there, just to kind of help start a little nose contour. Bringing my concealer out really helps lift the eye. I put a little much on there. You're really not supposed to bring it out to your hairline, but that is a little much. I'm going to bring some of that down. Maybe dab a little bit on there. Bring a little bit of that down the side of my nose. I love the coverage of this foundation. So now, to set that a little bit so that it doesn't crease, I'm going to use this Colourpop No Filter setting powder in translucent. And my favorite part about this brush, dual-ended brush, is that this is like the perfect size for just setting your under eyes, because I can keep everything just really kind of set right in there. And I mean, look at the difference in that. I love it. This is one of my favorite setting powders, and it is so surprising that it's only $9. It just sets so nicely. Beautimous. So now I am going to use this blush. This is the cutest blush. It kind of sets down a little, bit, so I just do one cheek at a time. But I mean, look at that color. It is so nice. And I have not had any problems with this blush lifting my foundation. I have used a couple of different, because I love cream products, so I've used a couple of different cream products and just been really, really dissatisfied that they either blend out into nothing or they lift up on my foundation. But this really doesn't do either. Oh, I went a little heavy. Oh, I went a little heavy. Not too bad though. It blends out nicely, so it doesn't look all crazy. But when that happens, you just take your foundation brush and kind of dewdapped over it. And that, yeah, blends it down nicely. Then, I think we're going to be good with that. I got out some cream bronzer, but I don't know. I'm going to be crazy and skip bronzer. Now I get to use this. I'm super excited for this. This is the Tatcha Illuminating Dewy Skin Mist. I had originally thought that this was skincare, but it's a setting powder or setting spray. This is a setting spray. I was really surprised about that. Okay, so let's. All right, I went a little crazy with that. That was very heavy, but it's got such a fine mist on it. I could barely feel it. I started out, you know, like out here, and I could barely feel that. Looks nice. So I do go pretty heavy with the setting mist, and then it just kind of, I don't know, it really helps melt everything together. I was itchy, sorry. We're almost done. Oh, okay. So I had originally thought that this was a double that I got before. I got lit. This is in pearl. And let me tell you, this is one of the prettiest highlights. Ooh, that is so pretty. I love this one. I mean, look at that. And when I do my Cupid's bow, I always use my finger. I just feel like it gets a little bit more in the spot where I want it to be. If not, I feel like it's all over. Like I'm just sort of highlighting my whole upper lip. And now I'm going to use a precision. This is a precision crease brush, but I am going to use it today to highlight my inner corner. So pretty. Highlight my inner corner right there. And highlight my brow bone. Oh. There we go. It's so pretty. And let me see, what else is there? That's pretty much it. So I am going to take all right, I'm going to take a couple of extras here. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Action. I really like this mascara. Mascaras, I don't know, I love them, but I haven't really found one that I super like in a long time. And this one is a pretty big contender for my heart. Normally I just throw on whatever doesn't flake too badly and then do false eyelashes, but this one, I've actually been liking this one a lot. I can't talk and do mascara at the same time. I got a little spot there. I did that in a previous video and I said, oh, I'm going to show you how to fix it. And then I never showed you how to fix it, so I guess I'll have to do it today. Okay. So now what you do is you wait till it dries down, which I think that's pretty much dried down. And you just kind of dab at it a little bit with a Q-tip. And it just really comes off then. It just flakes right off. I don't know. Should I do something with my hair? Yeah, let's do something with it. Let's do that. This is one of my favorite curling irons. This is the Hot Tools Easy Curl. And I've had this for a long time. And it still's going good. The one thing that I do want to do, I'm going to kind of be using the same brush for this. I'm going to take some of that shimmer, that Painted Lady shimmer, and just kind of go right in there a little bit. Wipe it off on my hands. I'm going to take a little bit of this teal and put it in the corner right there. The acrobatics we do as girls to make sure that everything is the same. And then once I wipe that teal off on my hand, then I'm going to come back into this purple and just kind of smudge that out and connect the two. It's really quick and easy to do. And then let's just curl the hair real quick while we're here. Let's just do it. All right, to start off with it, I am going to do some Saint and Sinner Illuminating Holographic Serum. I like this stuff. It is a little bit silicone-y, but it makes my hair feel super soft. I just recently cut it. Did kind of like a V cut on it with a lot of layers. Back in the day when I was young, it used to be called a diamond cut. And just kind of brush through on that. Make sure I get out all the knots. There's a little bit of spots in there that are yellow. Either that or it's my lights. I'm not sure which. I don't know if I want to do a part in my hair. Okay, but first what I'm going to do is I'm going to section off the top half. My hair is super thick. And I don't want to have to deal with all that. So I'm going to take this top section and pin it up until I decide what I'm going to do with the top. And then just take from the top of my ears on back, like another section. I'm just going to take that with a little clip and pin it. And then I have like from here on down on the sides, and that will be a little bit easier for me to handle. See? So now what I do, take this side. I have my hot tools here on low. It stopped flashing, so the temperature's on there. It's up to temperature is what I'm saying. Oh, my sister is on Zoom in the next room and it's making me nervous because I think people can hear me. So I don't know. I'm going to turn it up to medium just in case. And I'm going to take about that size section and you just put it right between the two pieces and twist it. Don't be afraid of a little bit of steam because that's your product burning off. And it's better that it's the product and not your hair. You don't want it to like smoke, but a little bit is not a bad thing. So I'm just gonna twist it till we get to the end. That one just kind of fell out right there, but it's at the bottom, so I only really need the ends of that one curled. And then I just pull it out. This part right here is a little thicker, so I'm going to split that into two. And now I'm just going to do that going in this section. There we go. And then I just throw that back behind my head and I let that cool down. You don't really want to touch your curls before they're cool because then it's just all going to fall out. And this is why I love this tool because it's just so easy. So quick and easy. I could probably get my whole head done in like 15 minutes. And that's all you do. You just keep twisting it until you get to your scalp or wherever you feel comfortable ending. This one I'm going to split it a little bit right there. Go this way. I alternate it, going different ways. I know it doesn't seem like I'm alternating it, but a couple of those are like tiered. So once I get to a spot on my head where I know they're all going to be, once I get to a spot where I know they're all going to be like in the same row, then I start alternating it. Because sometimes there's no point in alternating if they're like top and bottom. There, that one stuck a little bit. So now that that's done, I'm going to take my middle section here and just split it in half. And that one is thin enough that I really don't have to cut those in half at all. I just kind of take diagonal pieces. And this is really when I'm going to just start alternating it. So this one I'm going to do inward. I'm glad I switched it to medium because it's not, I feel like if I kept it on low, it was not going to be hot enough. All right. And then because I did that one inward, this one's going to go outward. And then do this one inward.
And then once I get to like about
the hair that's in on top of my ear, I always roll everything back because I don't like the way it looks when the curls are rolled towards my face. So I alternated everything else, but these I'm going to alternate going back. And then you can really see like how long I actually hold it to curl my hair is not very long at all. And especially in the front where it's lightened there, I don't hold that at all very long because I don't want that to burn. And now the top section right here, I'm gonna take this part, it's gonna go to the back, pin all this right here. This is where you can really see how much hair I have. This right here, I'm gonna do this the same way that I did everything else. Just alternate it and have it going back. So this, I'm gonna roll this way, kind of touch it. That way I know like how many seconds until it gets hot. And then this one right here, I'm gonna roll going in the opposite way. I think the top section is probably what takes me the longest because that's where all my hair is. It's either in the back or in the top of my head. And even on medium, like you can see I don't have to hold it that long. You just take that section and put it through and then you just twist it. You can tell when you've taken a section too big because it kind of gets stuck in there. But I have not had a problem with like my hair getting stuck or sticking. I think what I'm gonna do is do my side part. That's my comfort zone. So this one, I'm going to just do all of these backwards because I just cut my hair and this part's pretty short and I don't want anything funky. If I go to edit this and I can hear everything my sister's doing in her room, I'm gonna feel so defeated. I do not want to have to film this for the third time. I don't know. I might just end up speeding up or cutting out this whole curling process. Okay, since I have so much hair here, I'm going to roll this one forward just so it kind of breaks up the curl a little bit. But then these two pieces I'm going to roll backwards because like I said, I do not like the way it looks when my hair is curled forward. And you just pull out. That's what she said. Okay, this part is a little tricky. There we go. Because when you turn it that way, you can't exactly pull down. Oh, now it's dark. It's all blending in. It's all blending together. Okay, there we go. Right. And then And then I turn it off. And now I'm just gonna let this cool for, oh my god, I got hair in my face. I'm gonna let all my curls cool until they're cool to the touch. This is still warm, but once that's all cool, I'm gonna give it a little spritz of Kenra Shine Spray. And then I'm just gonna rake my fingers through it. Kind of break up the curl a little bit. That way it's not like Shirley Temple curls. There. And then we've got some volume. So, there we go. That is my tutorial on there. So there you go. That's my look with my November Ipsy glam bag with a few other items sprinkled in there. And also a little hair tutorial. Got a little curl going on there. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you want to see what I can do with December's bag, because I'm actually getting the plus for December, and that should be here in about 10 days. So let me know what you think. See you next time. Bye.